Yo guys, it's Ozgun here. Hope you're doing well. In this tutorial, I like to show you how we made Tonight. Tonight is my latest release, which is released on House District Records. It's a collaboration with Lance Palm. And today I like to show you how we made the song. And if you're ready, let's get into the tutorial. Okay guys, this is the song. So I like to play the part and then talk about it. So as you see, the build-up is actually very complicated and which affects the impact of the drop very much. So in the build-up, the most interesting thing is this LFO part. So for the vocal, I don't have it in the project currently, but I just got the one-shot sample of it with the vocal that I'm using. And with here, like this LFO section of the sampler, I'm just automating the speed of this LFO. So I'm getting this this fastening up weird LFO curve. Rendered it as a WAV sample, and we got this. So just like that, we are giving it reverb delay. And at the same time, it's just pitching up in time. And the LFO is going faster and faster and faster. So after we getting this weird vocal loop, I just put it on the project and just zoom it like that. And I can see that wherever the vocal is triggering, you see, I can see it on the waveform. And I just go to the snares and one by one place the snares whenever the vocal is re-triggering again, as you see. This is how to make this kind of LFO build-ups, and at the same time the snares are following it because this vocal doesn't have a rhythm and a BPM. It's just fastening up constantly. So after placing the snares, whenever the vocal has, it took a while. And as you see, we got this pan automation, which also connected to this vocal LFO thing. So we are just panning the vocal left, right very fastly. It's gonna be fastening time. So we are creating the big tension in the build-up. So other than that, we got those sounds in the build-up. And other than that, we got this horn sound, which is also playing on the drop as kind of a step. So as you see, also we are pitching up the horn, so it sounds full with the rest of the sounds. And that's it for the build-up. The drop lead, which is also playing in here, but we will talk about it in the drop. So then let's go to the drop. Let's jump to the drop. The drop sounds like that. So let's start with the kick and bass. So as you see, I have a kick. As I remember, I made this kick from scratch. Currently, yeah, there are old processing I have, like when I was still mixing the kick. But yeah, I just rendered it, put it onto the project. It looks like that. a very distorted techno kick actually, and the only thing I have is just clipping the kick because as you see the transient is a little bit too much. Interesting thing, we are using a noise sample. So this noise sample is playing just before the kick hits. It's so silent, can you hear it? And it just makes the kick impact bigger. After that, this is the kick. After that, we got the bass, which is just a big room bass, big room kick bass, actually a tonal kick, but we just used it as a bass. For processing, we got some distortion, some EQ to just boost a fundamental note in the second octave, which was lacking. And we got the sidechain, and that's all for kick bass. Actually, very, very simple kick bass in this song. Currently the master is off. Maybe at least I can turn it on so we hear it more loud. So we got some top loops. Just the drums. There's nothing fancy on it. The main interesting thing on this drop, in my opinion, is the drop lead, because this sounds very unique in my opinion. So we just have a render for this because this sound was too heavy because of its processing. So we made this sound in Roland 303 synthesizer. So it's actually an acid sound, but totally with a different processing. We got this cool bassline sound. Without processing, it sounds like that. Let me deactivate. Yeah, as you see, the processing wise, it's very heavy. So how we process it? We put some distortion, some EQ, just the volume balance, and then we got a thermal. Maybe I can just activate them one by one. We got thermal, which gives a texture, some EQ. Stage 1, I saw this plugin was Medix was using it actually. So it's just giving it a bit stereo information for the sound. We got FAB filter saturation, just color the sound. More EQ, some reverb. I think I was using it in some cases, not always. The main delay reverb comes from this plugin, one of my on-to-go delay reverb plugins. More EQ. This is for filtering. Yeah, this was essential because without this, it's just too close, there's no high information. But when we boost 4K, it becomes alive. Then, yeah, tons of processing in here. Thickify to fatten the sound. EQ to boost to high frequencies like 12K. And this transient shaper to make it more clicky, and OTT to glue the whole chain. Clipper to tame the dynamics, and we got sidechain, and we got a bit more EQ. And lastly, one more clipping. So as you see, the processing was too heavy, so we decided to render this. And yeah, actually the biggest thing in the first drop is that. So if we just check the other sounds, we got some background synths, one shots. Yeah, those other sounds are complementing the drop. Other than that, we got the atmosphere loop. And also a texture to make the drop sounds more full. And as you see, we got a switch in the mid drop and we have another drop top of this one. The next drop, so in the next drop, we are totally changing the synth to this one. Okay, let's go to the beginning of the drop. As you see, we are using the vocals as a one-shot kind of lead, kind of plug sound. So this drop vocal, let's see what processing we have. For the drop vocal, we got some compression, some EQ, and other than that, it's routing to the main vocal group, which we're gonna talk about in the break section. So currently, there's nothing fancy on the vocals. We are just having the pan automation for the vocals, putting it left, right. And other than that, we are feeding the reverb signal, so the reverb fills the gaps. I already, showed these tricks on the channel previously. That's why I don't want to talk about them too much. Let's talk about the drop fills. So we got a fill in here. Very cool brass sound, which is a Serum preset as I remember. Yeah, something like that. It's kind of future ravey, brassy, that kind of sound. And we are using it on the drop fills. And we talk about the horn. And I think that's all for the first drop. Let's go to the break. So in the break section, we are still having some drums, but we are just filtering them out. Yeah, maybe we can talk about the vocal processing in here because the vocals are the main element in this song. It's on very obvious in drops and also the break section. This is the vocal chain we have. Starting with deesser. Currently, I'm not starting with deesser. I'm usually put the deesser on maybe the last thing on the chain. But yeah, back then I was producing like that. And OTT to glue and fatten the vocals a little bit. Some Thickify again to beef the vocals up. This is not activated. Little micro shift for chorus effect. And yeah, just makes the vocals more wide. And this is delay reverb as usual. And after that, I'm having another compressor to glue my whole chain. And this one, also a free plugin, A1 Stereo Control. You can download it, Google it. And it's just giving like 10% of stereo width, again, to widen whole vocal chain. And the vocals are going to a vocal final bus. I'm just routing every channel to each other because I don't have much space in here. In the vocal final group, I'm dipping some frequencies which I thought they are kind of too resonating, giving some body to the vocals. So we got a main break arp, which is like that. So in order to break the routine, I'm automating tons of parameters in here, as you see, to make the ARP more interesting. Otherwise, it will be too stable because it's just playing the same chord, same note all the time. That's why we gotta put some automations to make it more variative. And we got pads. So just three main elements: pads, bass, arp, and also obviously the vocal. So there are four elements, I can say, the main break idea. And now we are just making another transition to the second drop, which we are bringing a totally fresh lead, which it sounds like that. And in the build-up, we are just teasing that lead, slowly fading it in while we are fading out the break elements. For build-up, the drop lead, new drop lead, just pitching down. And at the same time, we just put some snares, just following this. So it just complement each other very well in the pre-drop section. Yeah, I love this song. Two drops are so powerful in this song. The horns and all the stuffs are same with the first drop, but we are just changing the main drop lead. Other than that, everything is same. So maybe we can just jump to the drop lead. Again, the pattern is very easy, very rhythmical pattern. It's just playing the same note all the time. But to make it not boring, we needed to automate several things. For processing wise, we got DST, OTT, some EQ, and the pancake. So the pancake is panning left right in 20%, which gives some movement, some movement to the sound lead itself. Without putting it stereo plugins, we can just make it stereo like that. But just after that, we are putting another stereo imaging plugin and just boosting everything just like 50%, it's just making it very huge. And in here, the processing is continuing. We have Thickify to beef and fatten the sound, some more EQ, and we got this phase mistress plugin. We can automate it, and we got this flanger kinda sound. Yeah, let's show it to you. We are automating it in here. Yeah, as you see, obviously this plugin just makes it so interesting. And I think that's all for this song. As you see, we don't have much sounds. We have less sounds, but they are well processed and everything sounds so huge in this song. So again, thanks for your support on this song. And I hope you can learn something from this tutorial and apply this to your own productions as well. If you have any questions, you can just let me know in the comment section. So see you on the next video. Bye bye.